Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Shue, and the reason I entered the early childhood education program was because I have always loved being around children. When I was a kid, I always was the one to, as soon as I seen a baby or a young child, I wanted to hold them and play with them. And then in 2013, I graduated high school and I decided to join the workforce instead of going to college. That same year in August, I turned 18 and got the pleasure of taking care of my brother as my job, and he was born with a rare disease. I got to do that all the way up until 2018, up until he unfortunately did pass away. After he passed away, it took me a little bit to get back to work, but I did work with a couple more clients with different exceptionalities, and I did that up until I decided to go on to college. Putting together my portfolio was kind of hard because I didn't know exactly what assignments would be good enough to be in here and which ones I should leave out. I do understand why I had to do it though, because it helps show my progress from the beginning of my college experience all the way even from before college. And it shows my experience of me working with children. It did teach me a lot about myself, that I do have the ability to be a teacher. And it taught me that the knowledge that I've gained throughout this program has been amazing. From seeing assignments that I did from the beginning of my college experience to now here at the end of my college experience, I have seen that I have grown not only as a future teacher, but also as a parent and as just a human being in this world. Um, Real quick, I'm going to show my portfolio. These are just different assignments that I've done throughout my college experience, different trainings that I have completed, my work-related experience, activities and interests in life experience, and then my accomplishments, honors, and awards that I've got. My strongest artifact was for Standard 2, Building Family and Community Relationships, where candidates prepared in early childhood degree programs understand that successful early childhood education depends upon partnerships with children's families and communications. They know about, understand, and value the importance and complex characteristics of children's families and communities. They use this understanding to create respectful relationships that support, empower families, and to involve all families in their children's development and learning. The key element of Standard 2 that my artifact fit was 2C, involving families and communities in young children's development and learning. The artifact that I used was for the course EDU 234, Infants, Toddlers, and Twos, where I created a family newsletter about the importance of play. And this would just tell parents why play is important, what happens if play is not part of a classroom, and the activities that are done during play that helps build different skills. I also included different family resources that they could look into, and that families could read and understand this and understand why their child is playing, that they are also learning. And then they can also apply these skills into their own home. During this semester, my project approach topic was for about food. The curriculum used in goals was for Archifat, NC Failed, and Creative Curriculum. The goals that I used was Goal APL 2, Children actively seek to understand the world around them. Goal APL 5, Children are willing to try new and challenging experiences. Goal ESD 5, Children demonstrate the social and behavioral skills needed to successfully participate in groups. And then Goal HPD 1, Children develop healthy eating habits. And that was my main goal that I used during the semester. How I chose this topic, I was an online only student this whole spring 2021 semester. I do have a 3-year-old son, so I decided just to use him to help me throughout the semester. I would listen to him talk to me. I have nieces and nephews that he was around, and I would listen to them talk. And I realized that he likes to talk about food. So I decided that doing this project about healthy and unhealthy foods would be a really good topic. My project process, after I chose the topic food, I did make a web about the different subtopics that I could talk about that come from food. And I've seen that we could talk about times to eat, the pretend play, healthy foods, unhealthy foods, places to eat at, the different types of foods. There was just a lot of different things we could talk about that came from food. I also created 4 lesson plans throughout the semester that had to do with food. My first lesson plan, I would have children put pretend food in a basket, whether it was a healthy food item or an unhealthy food item. The second lesson plan, I would have children tell whether the food item that they have a picture of was good for your teeth or bad for your teeth. And those we would paste on tape on a board. My third lesson plan, I would have children planting a seed of some type of vegetable in a little plot, and then they would get to watch their vegetable grow over time, and then once they're grown, then they would be able to take those home. My fourth lesson plan was children would put different food items on a board compared to what animal that food item would come from. So if a child had a picture of a hamburger, they would put that food item under the area with a cow. I did have 3 circle time activities that I did this semester, and because I was an online student, I had to do these in front of my pretend children. So the first circle time, I read the book The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and I used felt pieces to help tell the children the story as I read the book. And what this book was just teaching the children what types of foods that could be good for you and which ones could be bad for you. The second circle time book I read, I hear a pickle and smell, see, touch, and taste it too. And this would teach the children about their 5 senses. And then the third circle time, I read the book Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. And this book would teach the children that trying new foods can be fun, and that they may just even like them if they will just try them. And then I included my first circle time video of me teaching in front of my pretend children. My second circle time video. Third circle time video. What I learned by doing this project as an online only student, that it was a lot harder to try to make these lesson plans without actually having a group of children to actually teach them to. And it was also hard to do this in front of my pretend children, just trying to think of what children would be saying and what they would be doing. But I also learned that things do not go as planned, and you must be able to improvise at any time. But overall, this project was really fun, and I cannot wait to do these actual activities with a real group of children. My overall experience at Wilkes Community College was a really great time. I have really enjoyed being at Wilkes Community College. My instructors each semester have been absolutely amazing. And I have learned so much about myself. I have learned how to time manage. I have learned how to make sure to do my hardest tasks that I do not like to do, get those done and out of the way. I've just grown so much as a student, as a future teacher, as a parent, as just a human. It has been a really great experience. My plans after I graduate this week is that I will be going to put in applications and hopefully get a job in any of the Wilkes County schools to work with children with exceptionalities and be a one-on-one teacher with them. I've also been thinking about continuing my education to possibly become a kindergarten teacher one day. Thank you guys.